And howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Vormithrax, here with some more Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Continuing our current series. Yeah, you know, Happy Killmore. That is us, Happy Killmore. How do you get cutting one? Stone knife? Is stone knife still a thing? I forget. I guess not. They did a big redo on a lot of the primitive tools. Trying to remember. Makeshift knife, which takes the spike, which you need steel for. Oh, let's see. I know there's Q thing. Not gonna do a copper knife, that's for sure. Bone shiv? Bone shiv! Level 1. Level 1 cutting. Let's get a bone shiv. Anything with a hammering, which is a rock, and a bone. There you go. The answer is a bone shiv. Yeah, survival 5 is kind of ridiculous for somebody that needs just starting stuff. So, bone shiv should get you through to start with. So, to do that kind of thing yourself in the future, just bring up your crafting screen, backslash or forward slash, and then Q colon, which if you look here, Q colon, quality of resulting item. So if you want to know what has the cutting skill, you just type cutting, or the cutting quality that is, and then it'll show you the things that have the cutting quality. And it's only going to show you recipes you currently know. It's not going to show you every recipe. But there you go. That's definitely going to be the way to go about it. You might be able to get... Can't you still just search shrubbery and you'll get random stuff? And isn't some minor scrap metal type items still part of the shrubbery loot drop list? I think it is. I could be wrong, but... I remember I used to get, what, gallon jugs out of shrubbery, and every once in a while a piece of metal would fall out, and that kind of stuff. So, searching shrubbery is usually what you're going to end up doing early game with any kind of an in a wood start, just to see what random stuff pops out that you can take advantage of. Alright, back to the actual topic. Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Killmore the 3rd. Our current shower victims start. We are proceeding. We're actually fairly far advanced. This is our 3rd episode with this particular one. We're still got a long way to go on skills and some other stuff, but we just had a very big breakthrough. We were able to get into a military bunker, so we're geared up on weaponry. So we've got the Rivtech assault rifle with a whole bunch of ammo for it. So. And some other weapons that we've got a bunch of ammo for as well. So, guns are no longer a problem. Yeah. It is what it is. I just know too much about the game, so I can get to this stuff pretty quick and easy. I got our I got 60-round magazine still sitting around as well. Oh, that's in my inventory, actually. What am I rolling with? Am I rolling with the... I assume I'm wearing it. Yeah, right there. The HK 416 with the 60 round. Which we'll use that for now, since we've got so much of the 223 ammo just laying around. Guns, the basic gateway to the middle game? I guess. I don't know. I have a hard time talking about what's middle game versus end game, because, I mean, I can go from start to end game in a day, depending on how you want to define it. But, I mean, I know the game ridiculously well, so I know where all the stuff is and how to get to it and all that, so it's... I don't know. Kind of hard for me to answer. Guns and a vehicle. They're pretty much the two of the linchpins for getting pretty much anything done mid-late game, I guess. Vehicles arguably the more important. So I would pick a vehicle, a functional vehicle, over any gun in the game if I had neither to begin with. I'd take a vehicle every single time. So Vehicle is just an all-around super tool for rapidly accelerating your progression through the game. Gun, situationally useful, but I don't fire guns very often till pretty far into the challenges usually. Some challenges I go without killing a single zombie. Good times, good times. Those are some of my favorites. But yeah, so welcome back everybody. Let me bring the character sheet back up. Oh, any opinion on the new flying zombies added yesterday? I wouldn't have an opinion because I haven't seen them yet. I play Monday and Friday. That is the limit of my Cataclysm nowadays. I have to carefully ration my Cataclysm gameplay, otherwise I'll go stark raving bonkers and just stop playing it entirely. So I'm doing it in my two days a week, bite-sized chunks, and that's what we're gonna go with. But otherwise, I don't play Cataclysm other than live streaming it. So I don't have the faintest idea. I thought that was only in one of the mods, though. Isn't that Aftershock or something that got the flying zombies? I didn't really look at the notes really closely, but let me look here. And wing zombie upgrade path. Heavens, flying zombie upgrades. No, I guess it's not an Aftershock thing, so... No, I have no opinions. I haven't seen one yet. I'm not going to be a fan if they act like the other flying things, and you could be out in an open field, and you wouldn't be able to see them until they hit you, because they're a Z level above you, and you're not looking a Z level above you, typically. So they'll just kind of appear and disappear, and I really hate that. Just kind of briefly looking through things here. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time reading through GitHub notes. Guess we'll find out when we run into one. So, nope, I have no opinion. Yeah, my issue with the flying stuff is just the way the Z levels are handled, and you'll be just walking through an empty field and there'll be nothing anywhere nearby because whatever high a Z level officially is, the monster is 1 inch above the Z level ceiling, so it's on another Z level and you can't see it until it dive bombs you, and all of a sudden you're dead because it's also faster than you and you have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That kind of stuff bugs me. So, the fact that we can't see, even if it's a completely open field, if it's 1 inch higher than the official Z-level height, we can't see it. So, maybe put shadows in. Have a shadow appear on the ground to indicate that there's something in the Z-level above. I don't know, something. But that always bugged me about the wasps in particular, that the way they worked. So... Yeah. Wasps and Z levels are pretty rough. Nah, I'm not interested in turning on the 3D FOV or 3D option. You know, that one that's hidden in the debug menu, the experimental 3D field of vision. That's also broken as... Yeah. It's just a ridiculous thing. No thanks. I have no interest. So, back to the character sheet. So here we are with Happy Killmore. If you're new to this particular challenge, we are basically a crazy man who loves hockey and golf. And we're on a quest to get our hockey and golf stuff. So we've got one item. We got a hockey stick pretty early. We're using that as our primary melee weapon. We've banged it up a bit, so we need to get it repaired at some point, and I don't have the ability to do that quite yet. So yeah, we got the hockey stick going on. We don't have a golf club yet, and we haven't tracked down a golf cart that we can soup up. So we're using some temporary vehicles until we find our golf cart, and then we'll switch to it and trick it out. So how much effort I'm going to put into modding vehicles until we get the golf cart, I don't know. I'm not going to go make my normal Humvee fully modded out and tricked out only to abandon it for the golf cart later. So we'll probably just make do. I might throw some cargo spaces into this vehicle and say it's good. Just so I can truck around my stuff. But when we switch to the golf cart, we're going to have to pare down our inventory quite drastically. So we'll see what we can do. Z levels are mandatory for a little bit now. The 3D field of view is not. 3D field of view is the one that they're talking about. It lets you look and also hit things on different Z levels from you. So the example that I usually state is you could stand on a rooftop of a house and you can kill zombies that are below you on the ground by stabbing down the Z level. Zombies can't ever hit you, they can't fight back, and it just lets you kill infinite zombies, essentially. At least last time I looked at it. It's been a long time since I looked at it, so maybe there's been changes that removed that seriously abusive one once, or got rid of that feature. It's also got some performance issues, and it's just not ready for prime time. I don't bother ever turning it on. Okay, so yeah, so character sheet. So we're working on some skills. We've got books. We've got a good supply of books that we need to go through, so we're going to spend a little bit of time doing that. We just finished raiding the military bunker. We got everything that I wanted in the car with me. Guns, explosives, ammo, all sorts of stuff. So we're good to go there. We're still missing a hacksaw, if I remember right. I'm still missing the hacksaw. We got quite a few of the other standard things that I look for. But we are missing a few things, so we're not quite there yet. So my plan was to stay here for just a little bit, get some stuff done. We wandered our way up here after we saw the bunker while we were checking out this radio station here, the radio tower. So we drove up there real fast, but I also wanted to come back south and check out this new hospital design, apparently. So I wanted to skip by this and kind of have a look-see. What's going on there? Maybe we'll go visit the library, electronics store, pharmacy while we're here. Maybe not. I don't know. Kind of depends on circumstances. There's a gas station, which we don't really need. And then we got a dairy farm, a mansion I just noticed. We've got a mansion sitting right here. And a school. So lots more book opportunities for us to fill in some gaps that we might have. And then another big city down there. But we never did finish that lab we were in. We only did like a portion of the first level. And then we got busy doing other things. So we've got to get back to this lab and finish it up. It was a pretty big lab for the first floor at least. But as we started driving around looking at some other things, we just kept going further and further away. So, yeah. Don't want to give up on that lab entirely. It was already mostly explored in the first level, and we got a lot more we can do in there. So, opportunities to do many things. We've also got a fair amount of food just laying around, so we shouldn't have an issue there. Last I remember, we had water. We got 47 clean water still, so yeah, we're good to go. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time here in the vehicle, just kind of hanging out with the Labrador mutt and doing some reading. Get our healing all the way up before we take off again. So if there's any players new to the game or have joined in to watch that are coming over from my 7 Days to Die coverage, feel free to ask questions in chat. I am happy to answer questions about the game. For new players, I do a lot of tutorial content for the game and have many thousands of hours playing it. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Because we're not going to be moving for a little bit. So, Well, let's go ahead and get some reading started. Oh, I need to go start a fire. We're a pyromaniac, and I get grumpy if we don't light a fire. So let's go set a tree on fire up here. Activate lighter right there. We'll just hang out near the fire here for a little bit. So we got our spent time close to the fire. We're getting a bonus instead of a negative. Back into the vehicle. And now we're just going to hang out here and do some reading. Let's work on... should we learn ninjutsu? We've already got our Silat, which I'm going to stick with. I'm not gonna bother learning ninjutsu. It's good skill, good martial art. I do it fairly often, but we're going to stick with Silat. So let's work on tailoring. Let's go ahead and get the tailoring up. We got a bunch of them to level, so in no particular order. We'll do tailoring first. And oh wait, I don't have a radio in this thing. That's crazy. There's no radio. So let's take off our... too many things on this list. Take off our army helmet. Where are you at? Where our harmonica with a holder? We're gonna play the harmonica while we restudy. Here we go. Oh, I should be crouching. Crouch first. Now study. Are there any bonuses for standing on a tile with a chair? Beside move penalty. You get a comfortable morale bonus for certain locations like chairs. There's also bonuses for eating at a table and things like that, but they're really minor. You look right here, it says got comfy. I believe that's what you get when you're on a tile with a chair and you're doing some other activity. You'll get a got comfy bonus for your morale, which then adds up to a bonus for your focus, which gives you more XP, but it's really nitpicky stuff. You're not really going to notice in any real sense much of a benefit from it. So I wouldn't go out of your way to have a chair handy just to deal with that. But I mean, you do you. If you want to seriously min-max that kind of stuff, go for it. I gave up on min-maxing morale quite a long time ago. This run is kind of geared a little bit towards it, which is why I'm paying more attention to it as both a public service to show people how things work, morale and focus-wise. I talk about it each episode of this series because it's one of the things I'm specifically bringing attention to with this character build. Because Cannibal, but we still haven't found the book that gives us a big bonus. Bookworm raises your morale focus essentially for reading books. Optimist and Stylish are both morale focused. So we've got a lot of things that are pumping our morale up. That's why we've got a focus trending to 130. Currently it's 83 because we're actively reading, which depletes the focus. And that's my main issue with trying to min-max focus just to gain more XP, is that it no matter what you do, 5 minutes after you start reading, your focus is going to be whatever that book decides it's going to make your focus be. You cannot keep ahead of it. So you're only going to get a benefit for a very small amount of the time that you're actually reading, for example. So I just long ago decided it's just not worth the hassle of carrying around all the items and going through all the button presses and all the menus, constantly trying to re-update or renew your focus and your morale. So I just stopped caring. Too many things to deal with already, and my real world time is worth more than the little tiny bit of gains that I got from doing the other things. But everybody's tolerance is different, so you do you. I just want to make sure everybody is aware of how the things work, and you can decide for yourself what you consider worth it or not worth it, and so on. So my focus is 81. It's maintaining fairly well with this fairly low-level book. It's not a lot of unhappiness attached to this book. Oh, something wore off. We dropped a few points more focus. If you're not aware, that focus number right here is a direct multiplier in a percentage format for how much XP you gain or whatever activity you're doing. So 77 focus means I'm getting 77% of the standard or normal experience for the activity I'm performing. So if it goes down to 2 focus, you're only getting 2%. You might as well not even be doing whatever you're doing if you're trying to skill up. If it's 200 focus, you're getting double XP, essentially. So Sounds good and simple. It's just the micromanagement required and the gains you get. I did a bunch of testing and it just wasn't worth it in my opinion. So even music's not going to help. It will help a minor amount, but it's still, whatever book you're reading, there is a point, an equilibrium point that you're going to drop your focus to, no matter what you have going on. I don't care what bonuses you have. I don't care what you've eaten. I don't care what you're listening to. None of that. It's not going to matter. Your focus is going to drop to a certain number, and none of that stuff is going to overcome the focus drop. So 5 minutes after you start reading, you're just getting that number regardless. So there's Tailoring 5. We're hungry, thirsty, and tired. What a surprise. Let's go have some food. Pickled fish sounds good. Oh, a pork stick. Sure, we'll have a pine nut and some wheat cereal. And then a little bit of water. Oh no, my canned beans and veggies and pickled fish went rotten. Those must be ones I opened earlier and I never finished. I gotta be careful about that. Yeah, the ones that do not say sealed. I gotta make sure I eat those up. I let quite a bit of calories go by, forgetting that I unsealed these and then didn't finish them before they went bad. My bad. So we'll go ahead and have some veggies and some more water. No, that's enough. We'll let our digestion settle a bit. Really? Still very thirsty. Alright, well, we'll just be very thirsty then. Let's read some more. That's better. Yeah, it's some kind of bug that happened. We got a lot of extra meat or something from somewhere. Everybody wants my opinion on the new winged zombies. I have no opinion on them. They just arrived yesterday. This is the first time I've played since they've arrived. I am opinionless. Until I actually get in-game experience with something, I can't really give an opinion. I can tell you how I don't like the normal previous flying creatures and how they're implemented because of the Z-level thing. We're dead tired. Hey, we went dead tired. Stop reading. Yeah, that'll cap my focus even lower, so we'll stop there. We'll grab a couple of more things to eat. Keep eating all this stuff here before it goes completely bad. Oh, we got most of it eaten. Alright, turn off the harmonica. Wear my blindfold and go take a nap. It's nappy time. No, you don't have to go watch the VOD. I have no opinion. I play Cataclysm on Monday and on Friday, and at no other time. So I've got literally 3,000 plus hours in Cataclysm over the last couple of years. I do not play Cataclysm other than on live stream at those particular points of time. What's my opinion on ladders in 7 Days to Die? Oh, well. Let's keep my vitriol game specific. I will spew about ladders when I'm streaming 7 Days to Die. Goodbye, tomatoes. Alright, now we're back to stuff that's either sealed or has got weeks. So, we lost a few items, but we should be fine. Look at all that bacon with no real date gone. Alright, we'll start the day with some bacon. Let's see. Drop. Blindfold. I don't want to read by moonlight. 1:25 in the morning. We'll go ahead and turn the dome light on. Hopefully I remember that it's on and I don't go for too long. Let's finish up this tailoring. What's your favorite Magicalism class? Technomancer. Aside from Animist? What do you mean? Are you implying you already know that I hate the Animist? Technomancer's my favorite, probably. Just due to synaptic stimulation, or whatever the name of that one spell is. That's still my favorite spell. Throw on Bless and synaptic stimulation, and Vorm is a happy camper. Other than that, I don't know. I can never seem to keep a character... Every time I play Magicalism and try to do something specific to the magic, the game does not give me any magic for the type of class I'm trying to play. I get frustrated, and Vorm frustrated usually is not a good thing. It's just weird for me. It's weird for me because I can be at the end game of the normal gameplay very, very quickly. So I can either learn Magic Missile to level 7, or I can be a god bionic mutant striding the earth and rending everything asunder in my normal play. So either Magic Missile 7 or a god walking the earth. So I have an issue there. It doesn't work for me very well because just the way I play and the amount of knowledge I have of the game. There's just no way to advance the magic stuff at the speed anywhere remotely close to what I can advance the normal gameplay stuff. And so there's this huge power mismatch, and it's compounded by the highly random nature of how spells are distributed in the game. So I could be all gung-ho for being a Technomancer and never, ever, ever find a single Technomancer spell. So it's like, blah. If there was some other way of doing it where you unlocked the spells as you advance through a class, a power level, for example, like as you advanced your spellcraft, at spellcraft 1, you'd get the level 1 spells. At spellcraft 5, you get the level 5 spells. If they unlocked in that kind of a progression, it'd be different. But when they're just randomly distributed among the world locations, and there's only certain places that might have them, and then because there are so many now in Magicalism, the chances that you're going to get from that one location something specifically useful to you is low. The distribution is just all wonky. So it just doesn't work for me. I like a lot of what it does. I just don't like how you have to get to it and how much time it takes to get anywhere. You're so at the mercy of the RNG, and we all know what the RNG's opinion of me is. So you doing any third-party mods? No. I very rarely stray from the vanilla game. I stick pretty close to vanilla. Magicalism's about as far as I get on the mod list. I've already done that many times, Melodeath. I've done starting with 4s, and I've done, I mean, at this point I've done damn near everything, even the crazy stuff. What are your opinions on Aftershock? No comment. I don't want to annoy anybody. What was I doing? I finished reading my book. Let's keep this going so I don't sit here for too long a period of time. We'll just keep slamming down the bacon, I guess. Bacon and water. Breakfast and lunch and dinner of champions. Tired again? Oh, that's true. I didn't double sleep after going dead tired, so no big surprise. We'll throw the blindfold back on, take another nap. I have never played Aftershock. Not a single time. Never. The only mod that's one of those kitchen sink type mods that I've ever played was a long time ago, was PKR, PK's Rebalancing. I did that back in the early days a few times, or for a while. That would be about it. I haven't done any of the other ones. Never done Crazy Cataclysm, never done Aftershock. They just hold no interest for me. I understand, I know what they are, I know what they do, I know what's in them in general terms, and I'm just not interested. Little to no attempt is made of any kind of balance in most of those, and it's really hard as a highly tactical, strategic thinking gamer to play those where survival is not really in your control to a large extent. I mean, it's start game, Mecha Godzilla steps on you, and your run is done. I mean, that kind of stuff just, I don't have any interest in it. Owlbear. I think I can count on 2 fingers how many times I've been killed by owlbears. Owlbears are no worse than any of the other things in standard Cataclysm that you come across unexpectedly in the woods. Yeah, I think I can remember being killed twice by owlbears. One of which didn't even really count because I was already giving that run up. But I mean, owlbears, trolls, who cares? So what? They're no worse than anything else. You just got to know how to maneuver and what's safe and not safe and how to cut your chances of getting surprised. Alright, so we stopped sleeping again. We better stop eating pure bacon. We're gonna tank my health stats something fierce. I think I am gonna have to actually make a run into town at some point. Let's switch to fish. Oh, I've probably got the urge to burn again, don't I? Yep. Alright, let's go burn another tree. You know, just to satisfy the craving. Oops. We actually got to stick around for a little bit. Alright, there we go. What are we up to? Let's do first aid next. Yeah, anything food related is hard to get me interested in. There's just already so much food in the game. Even when I do the advanced time starts where rot and such is kicked in, there's just so much food in the game when you know what's going on and where things are at, that food has been mostly an irrelevancy for me for years now. So new things to get more food are not something I'm going to end up actually using, unfortunately. Happy you got a change in, though. Variety is good. I am not the lone arbiter of opinions, so... Oh, crap. Yep, I did. I definitely would have burned out my battery. Hey, Dome Light. Let's turn you off for a while. Or let's turn the engine on. That's even better. I got plenty of gas. We'll just start the car up. We'll just let the car run for a while. What time is it? 21:29. We'll let the car go for about, an hour. There we go. Battery's back. Just don't want to drain it to 0 so I can't start the engine. Thanks for the reminder, though. I probably would have burnt the battery out, and we would have had to gone looking for one. And now it just got dark. So now we have to turn the dome light back on. Dome light. How to get the prototype robot off your back? I don't know. Depends on your circumstances. Depends on your move speed versus his move speed. Can you lure him across rough terrain that you don't have to cross? So try to angle your movement so you stay in clear terrain, flat ground without tall grass and trees and such, but force him to actually move onto those types of terrain so he'll be slower and you'll be faster. Try to put a couple of trees between you. All that kind of stuff. There's no magic to it. I mean, understand the movement, the action point system, and if your only options for cover are trees and grass, you're pretty limited in what your choices are. I don't have any idea how quick the prototype robot is. Isn't that the spider-looking thing from labs? Is that the one? Or are you talking about one from a mod? I forget the name of that spider-looking thing from the lab. The Black Man? I'm not sure which one you're talking about then, so I don't have any idea. Best bet, like I said, stick to clear terrain for you, tough terrain for him, and then alternate run, walk as needed until you can find somewhere where you can put hard cover between you and him. So that's the main trick people need to realize is don't sprint unless you absolutely have to. It's perfectly fine if the enemy is 2 spaces behind you for a long ways, as long as he never gets adjacent and can't attack you. So just try to minimize your stamina usage. Let him trail along behind you as you go look for something that you can use for hard cover. Find a vehicle, find a house, find a building, find a wall, find a chain link fence, find something. Yeah, sounds like a specialty one. From the hub quests? Yeah, I don't have any idea on that since I don't do the quests. I don't do the NPC stuff. So, I don't know. No idea how to get rid of that guy. Don't know what his capabilities are. The correct answer to 90% of questions on how to get rid of something are run over it with a vehicle. If it's still alive, speed up and run over it again. There you go. It's the answer to most questions. How do I kill X? Just hit it with a vehicle. How do I kill slightly bigger X? Drive faster. Does work in real life, although there are a few extra consequences you might want to pay attention to. Still got trees nearby? They're getting a little further away. Does this also work against a forest? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Hey, there's Soda Pop. Yeah, you arsonist. You already set one fire today. Jeez. Okay. How much storage space have I got? Almost completely full. Pretty close to completely full. Oh. Definitely need to try to get this thing upgraded slightly. Even if it's just putting cargo spaces in these 4. That alone would pretty much satisfy my needs. Alright, let's have some wheat cereal, pine nuts, some veggies, some water. And throw the blindfold back on, crouch. Why would your gift sub running out have anything to do with not catching my CDDA streams? I stream every Monday and Friday, whether you have a sub or not. And you can watch it whether you have a sub or not. Not sure why the one would preclude the other. Monday to Friday, or Monday and Friday, 2 to 8. My time. Vormithrax time zone. Which loosely corresponds to the central time zone in the United States. You know, loosely. Let's actually drink first. I keep getting full and then trying to drink. Okie dokie. Making some progress. Takes time. Making progress, though. Rifles would be good, since we're going to be shooting one fairly often, so go ahead and do that. There's not too big a gap between the YouTube stuff and the live Twitch stuff. I am increasing and decreasing the YouTube releases for Cataclysm to try to maintain a fairly close association there. I don't want another 4-month backlog to show up like I had to deal with for a while there. So I'm trying to keep them fairly close together. So if I start to see a backlog accumulating, I increase the number of releases per day on YouTube until it gets caught up again. But between Twitch holding the VODs for 2 months and the YouTube releases, anybody should be able to see any of the Cata content at any time. So finished that level, 7 in the morning. Let's have some more bacon. Man, I probably trashed my health stats so bad with all this bacon. I think I have a gamma shot, so it's going to be eat 100 things of bacon, take gamma pill, or take gamma shot. Magic Mutant 728. Yeah, that one was interesting. That one was interesting. Just so many predators. Ugh. Damn, there were so many predators. Another book off the list. Alright, what are we up to? Don't care about handguns, almost never use them. Don't care about shotguns. Electronics we do need to work on eventually. Oh, tailoring to 8. 6? Yeah, let's finish tailoring. Tired again? Is the bacon irradiated? Why the shot? Nah, it's just really bad for you. It has a poor health wellness stat. It lowers your health stat each time you eat one, and I'm eating it in mass quantities over a period of time. So it's going to be tanking my immune system, my health stat. So the gamma globulin shot will immediately raise it back up again. Uh-oh. Reconnecting. So, if you're back and you can hear me, Twitch went boom, so refresh your browser. No, that wasn't on my end. My end was fine. I saw the message that had gone down, checked my internet immediately, and I didn't have any hiccups on my side. I was talking about bacon. Bacon is bad for you. It tanks your hidden health stat, so I'll need a gamma shot to recover my hidden health stat, so I can heal and I can not be susceptible to colds and flu and all that kind of stuff. We're mixing it up, though. We're also trying to have, you know, fish and some other stuff. Pickled herring. Tired again, huh? Read a little bit longer. I could, but that would require eggs. Too big a pain in the ass to go get eggs. Or to powder eggs. There's plenty of food just laying around all over the place. No need to go to extra steps. I would like to use the full daylight. I think we're going to go dead tired again here pretty quick, though. When was the last time you cooked anything that required more than 2 cooking? Immediately before the addition of chemistry. And it was cooking mutagens. That would be the last time. Yeah, I almost never advance survival past 2, because I usually only need it for just 1 or 2 things that need survival 2 to craft early game. I don't usually take cooking past 2. Throwing past 2 is fairly useless. Driving can be 0 for the entire game as far as I'm concerned. What else is on the list? I never do shotguns, I never do handguns, so those are almost always 0. I say I'm going to do launchers, but I never do, so that's usually always 0. It's just... yeah. What's your opinion on the proficiencies like blacksmithing get added? I have no information on that. I've heard that there are proficiencies, and basically it's a craft grinding system now. But what the benefits, disadvantages, advantages, and such are, I don't have any idea. I haven't actually looked into it in any detail. Just seen some quick notes and stuff. So I don't know what the high side upside is on having proficiency in something. I assume it's different from memorizing the recipe, that it has some function beyond that. Does it increase crafting speed? When you have proficiency in something, do you craft faster? They can't craft better. It's not like we have modifiers for items where you can make a +2 knife spear instead of a +1 knife spear. Now it takes over 2 days to make a sword even with full fab. Cool. Good. It should. Now they just have to remove all the martial arts books and I'll be happy. or happier. Because martial arts books are stupid, and I hate them, and they should get rid of them. One of the most glaring examples of realism not being enforced in any way, shape, or form. Read a book for 5 minutes. I know Kung Fu. Proficiency just makes crafting slower right now? Do you mean that the changes to add proficiency have slowed down crafting, period, and you have to gain proficiency to get faster at it? Don't give them any ideas. I've been yelling to remove the stupid martial arts books for a long time. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. I'm not saying remove martial arts, by the way. I'm just saying remove the in-game books. I think martial arts training should be character generation only, where it is presumed that you spent years of your life becoming a martial artist of whatever style and caliber, and you're now bringing that into the game with you. So I'm not saying remove martial arts. No, martial arts are awesome. I love the martial arts. All I'm saying is this: I found a book, I read it for 5 minutes, bam, I am now a master ninjutsu. That's bullshit. That is total bullcrap and needs to go. That, or make it be like sword crafting. Make it take weeks or months or something. But this 5-minute reading a book and I'm all of a sudden a super ninja. That's the crap that has to go. Doop-de-doop-de-doop. Brawling, yeah, brawling, I guess. Brawling would be... I don't even know the benefits from brawling. I haven't really paid that much attention to it, but brawling would be okay, I guess. Even that, though, the benefits should come a little slower or more gradual or something, or just change the whole system, one or the other. What's going on here? Take the blindfold off. Oh, we're at full moon time. I should be raiding towns right now because we have no night vision. Yeah, we need to get moving. I think that's enough sitting still reading. So let's tank up on some more pickled fish, pickled meat, some pine nuts, and some water. And we need to get moving. Another odd dichotomy just occurred to me. How hard is it? How hard is it on a scale of 1 to 10 to play a harmonica while wearing a protective mouthpiece? What do you think? What do you think? That seems like two mutually exclusive kind of items there. I have got to imagine that's got to be a bit of an issue. We were managing it for a while there. We were apparently wailing away, jamming on our harmonica while wearing our protective mouthpiece. Okay, so we still got the pickaxe in inventory, which is okay. Let's throw our army helmet back on. Oh, apparently I'm still wearing my protective, or my harmonica. Okay, army helmet's on. We're healed up. Other than the pickaxe, we've got our normal run around. I'll hold off on the gamma shot for now, I guess. But if I get a cold, I'm gonna rage. Gonna rage because I don't want a cold. It'll be annoying. Man, we got a lot of jewelry on. Multiple wedding rings, necklaces, rings, holy symbols, watches. That's probably a bit much. We probably oversaturated the stylish bonus by a couple of multiples. Before we take off, let's go burn down one more tree. You know, because we can. Oh, yeah. Look at that fire. Pretty. Alright, let's get out of here. So it is 7:30 in the AM. It is the day of the absolute full moon. I should just sit here and read the day away. Right before dark, drive. Come over into this area so we can make a run into town during the night. But let's do the driving first, and then we'll squat in an area if it looks like it's somewhere we're gonna hang out. As his morale was focus is 111, so his morale's got to be pretty good. Trending towards 120 focus, so our morale's pretty good. We got the stylish, the optimist, the pickled meat enjoyment. We lit a fire and we spent time close to it. So yeah, we're doing fine. I've disabled driving skills, so we're not going to tank our focus while driving around. So driving is turned off. No skill for you driving. You are going to be 0 and 97% progress forever. Alright, we're just going to follow the road until we slam into a 50 cal and take a shot right through the eye. Hey there, skeleton. Alright, that looks like a body site. Corrosive, smoker, spitter, and a crack. Oh, that poor crack. Oh, good old crack pipe, first thing I see, huh? Crack pipe, some cocaine, some Adderall, and a bunch of clothes I don't care about. Yeah, alright, we're just going to go around. Don't need none of that action. How are we doing on gas? Still nearly full. So we'll just buzz the gas station. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I need to stop. Pulsing zombie crawler. Well, that's one of the new ones. This human corpse is wrapped in sticky black fibers that cover everything neck down. Beneath the wrapping there is strange rhythmic movement, grotesque to behold. Is that like the... Is it in a chrysalid state? Is it about to become a butterfly and be a flying zombie? Is that what's going on here? Does it start in the pulsing zombie crawler state and then evolve into a flying state? Because that sure seems like a cocooned zombie. This flies? Really? Huh, alright. That seems weird. My idea sounds cooler.